All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 724. I'm your host, GPD, here in Long Island, New York. And as always, we're joined by a man who just reached his 45th birthday. Wombat.
I did on Monday.
I wanted to give people a chance to think maybe it was Shipwreck. But
nah, everyone knows he's not that old. He looks too good. I'm the old one.
Even though I'm gonna comment on that. Even though I'm wearing what?
I don't know. Some weird hat. Is that I don't know what that is.
It's a Toledo Mud Hen.
I wouldn't know what that is.
You know, the Toledo Mud Hens, everyone's favorite team. I'm more of a Rocket Panda. What is it?
Rocket Penis?
Pandas? Trash Pandas? Rocket City Trash Pandas? That's my minor league team.
I like Rocket Penis better.
I've moved on to minor league teams because I don't know if you guys know this. The Cincinnati Reds, real bad. Bad.
What happened?
Well, before the season started, we traded away or didn't re-sign all of our major league players for the most part.
All of the players?
Pretty much.
What about Johnny Bench? Did they re-sign Johnny Bench?
He would be one of our better players, I'm sure, if he came in and played at this point. The Reds are 3-20.
What about the San Diego Chicken? I know that he's from San Diego, but he does have a relationship with Johnny Bench.
This sounds like the plot to Moneyball.
They definitely went the Moneyball route, but without the success.
Oh, it didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah, and the owner's son, who is he's the CEO, I think. Yeah, I think he's the CEO of the Reds. He came out on opening day, like the Reds opening day, which was a couple of days after their first game, like their first game at home, opening day.
Yeah.
Homecoming.
Yeah. And basically said, well, where are you going to go? Like what
else are you going to do?
What else are you going to do?
There's nothing else to do.
Right. Like
didn't a player say that too? Didn't a player say like, there's nothing else to do?
That was the quarterback of the Bengals.
That was Joe Burrow, but that was in a playful sense. This was in a we're rich and
fuck y'all,
and we'll threaten to move the team if you don't support us.
Now it sounds like the plot of Major League.
Again, without the winning.
Yeah, well, that's because no one's put the cardboard cutout in the dugout yet in the locker room.
Right. Or sacrifice
for every game
the
they win, they see a little bit more skin of that owner.
And there's like no hope whatsoever too, because like they're dead last in every category, like every statistical category, ERA, runs scored, batting average, fielding percentages. Like it's just like the team is nothing.
Do you have season tickets?
No.
That's good.
Yeah.
I bet you the seats are pretty cheap though right now.
I saw a tweet earlier that there are $1 seats available.
Nice.
I heard about all this inflation though.
When I was in college, I used to buy baseball tickets for $1.25.
Yeah, but it's minor league, right?
No.
It's Pittsburgh.
It was Pittsburgh Pirate games.
Yeah.
They were $1.25 to see the Pirates on like a weekday game, and they would sell them in the supermarket. You could buy Pirates tickets for $1.25 in the supermarket, but you had to have your club card.
To give you an idea how cheap we are right now, like the Reds, our entire active pitching staff, like including starters and relievers, is $17 million is what they're spending on.
That means nothing to me. That sounds like a lot.
No. There are
Bobby
like
Bonilla makes more.
There are like 20 or 30 pitchers, I think, right now that make more than that a year. In the major league.
But they've won a game.
They've won 3 games.
So they won 3 games. The question is, how did that happen?
I mean, when you think about baseball, like generally when you think about baseball, you're like, you've got like either a 60% chance to win the game or a 40% chance to win the game, right? Like it's kind of that type of game. Like if a team wins 2 out of 3 games, that's a good thing. Like you're expected to lose like every 1 out of every 3 games.
Sure.
Even the good teams.
Yes.
So
undefeated in baseball doesn't happen.
Right. They're 1-18, I think, over the last 19 games.
Okay. So it's catching up. Maybe it was like they played some teams early enough in the season, but there's a little rust on the gears there.
They went the first series of the year they played at Atlanta, the World Series champions, right? Atlanta Braves. and they split the 4-game series 2-2, and then it has not gone well since then.
Okay, I was gonna say because that sounds like a promising start
You left it all there on the field.
in Atlanta.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I want to hear about Wombat's birthday, not about the shitty Reds.
I do too. How'd your birthday go?
It was nice. We went out for dinner on Sunday night. I had steak and lobster.
Surf and turf, they call that.
Yes, it was the Surf and Turf Sunday special, which was they served the lobster in a truffle Parmesan sauce, where they bring out this giant wheel, like the wheel of Parmesan, and it's hollowed out, and they take a blowtorch to it.
And they drop the lobster in?
Then they drop the lobster in the pot, and they shave the truffle in front of you, too. So, it's not like fake bottled truffle. It's a real truffle.
And then they shave the lobster.
And then they throw a little bit of spaghetti in there too, and they mix it all up and they throw it on a big plate, and they're like, "Enjoy!" And I'm like, "I will." And it was
Sounds
pretty damn good.
What do they do with the steak?
The steak, it was fillet.
They have a big slide, okay? The slide comes down from the roof.
Exactly. No, that was just steak on a plate.
Oh, okay. That's lame.
Sorry, it was delicious.
Right. That sounds good.
Yeah. So that was very nice. The rest of my birthday was Monday. I have, it's much better now. I had a pretty nasty cold that I caught whilst camping. I'm blaming camping on this because I went Boy Scout camping Saturday night into
camping
Sunday. No, because you're outside. So there's that. You're not really
in a tent.
I'm in a tent with my son.
Yeah.
So we had our tent. It was mostly warm until about 4:00 in the morning, and the temperature hit 38 degrees.
That's cold.
It went from 60 to 38 in a matter of like 4 hours. And that sucks.
I never really understood like the whole camping thing. I got to be honest. Like, it's one thing if you live like in a really nice weather when it's reliable, it's going to be like normal conditions, but it's easy for it to go wrong.
It's, if it wasn't that cold, it probably would have been fine. Also, it wasn't so much the cold other than it was my sleeping bag broke. So I had to like suffer in the cold.
Too many hot dogs at the campfire?
Too many.
How does a sleeping bag break?
Zipper
what does that entail?
The zipper broke and it couldn't zip up anymore.
But
so
it was
basically
just like
a
an
blanket.
open-faced taco then.
Yeah. Exactly. I was a taco. And the cold air just rushed in from one side. So I would like have to roll over to kind of like burrito to turn my taco into a burrito. I would have to like roll a bit on the air mattress. Does that make sense? Am I painting an appropriate picture?
I like electric blankets.
Yeah, but plugged into what? I'm in the woods.
I know. I'm just saying in general.
Generator.
I like electric blankets.
I don't think they allow generators because one of the dads asked that this time. Can I bring a generator? And they were like, no, that's not allowed. So, I mean, it wasn't the worst experience of my life. I made it home from New Jersey in 40 minutes, which I think is a record.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oof.
That was the best part was I made it home in 40 minutes.
Nice.
So,
you get any good presents?
I did. I got a new Amazon Echo.
Is that the round one?
It's the round one. The other one I had was a launch one from, remember when you had to get on the sign up for the waiting list?
I got all the Echoes.
Yeah.
All the generations, one family.
Yeah. And it was broken. And I'm like, well, now's the perfect time. My wife's like, what do you want? And I'm like, actually, we need a new one of these. So that'll be my birthday present. And because it controls too much crap in the house to not have one that works. And I also got from my son, I got a little Rick.
Yep. That is a little Rick.
That's a little Rick.
Rick and Morty.
Yes, from Rick and Morty.
A little toy Rick from Rick and Morty.
Little toy Rick from Rick and Morty. And I also got from Cheapy D
I know that guy.
The Elder Scrolls recipe book with apron. And it's the nicest gift I've ever gotten.
No.
It's really nice.
Is it nice?
I love it. I love it so much. I'm not even kidding.
It was on sale. It looked good. As soon as I saw it, I said, I only know one person who would be interested in this.
I legitimately want to make the Horker loaf. For those who are not familiar with Horkers, they're the things that look like walruses in Skyrim.
Okay.
They have a recipe for what I guess they would assume horker meat would taste like.
Uh-huh.
And it involves beef and oysters.
Nope.
And I want to make it so badly.
I mean, you should. It would be good content for the socials.
I know. I feel like that would be fun because it's even if it's bad, it's still like would be a fun thing to do.
Sure. And maybe Master Chief will send you his cookbook if he sees that you did a good job with that one.
Exactly.
I saw he really likes churros. Did you know that?
I did not. I saw that they made it's in Skyrim, there are books and recipes for things everywhere.
Sure.
So it makes sense that they would make that book. The Halo one makes no sense. Like it has the recipe for like the sweet buns and the soups and a recipe
Raw
for mead. Yeah. Exactly.
Rat on a stick.
Rat on a stick. Now the meatball recipe in there actually sounds pretty good too.
Nice.
I've read through it.
Right.
I wanted to make skooma. There's a recipe for skooma for those who don't know what that is. That's like the heroin of Skyrim.
I was gonna say that's the drugs.
That's legal to make. You can make skooma.
You can make skooma. It takes a month
What is it?
because you have to like let it ferment.
Because you have to go to South America to pick mushrooms.
Yeah,
You have to put that in like your hot pot or what? What's going on here?
No, it's a drink. It's like a booze, and you're supposed to like let it sit, and it has vodka in it. It's really vodka. It's a vodka drink.
Nice. Aged vodka.
Yeah, aged vodka. There's also the mead. Also takes time, but maybe we'll see. We'll see how I feel.
Meat. Nice. Enjoy. I look forward to the porker.
The horker loaf. I mean, I have to go and get the ingredients. I have to take a picture of what's needed.
I'm getting nauseous just thinking about beef and oysters.
Beef and oysters. I read it and I'm
Why?
like, oh my God. I'm like, is it good?
Did
Is
anyone
it
ever
terrible?
make this before, or did they just write this down?
Was this an AI recipe? So
It could be. It could be.
You sure this isn't like a cooking satire book?
I'm pretty sure.
It's a real apron. The apron is real.
The apron is real.
I can't believe you're not wearing it.
You know what? I probably should have put it on. I put it in the kitchen because it's an apron for cooking.
Right. I was expecting that as well. Or at least the horker meal to be ready. One of those two things.
Maybe next week.
Nice.
Mhm.
I have some big news. I got my personal best in the 200-meter row at Orange Theory today. After going to Orange Theory for several years.
And what is that? What
I mean, it's not going to mean anything to anybody, but it was 27.3
200
seconds.
meters. Record was 200
meters. No, 27.3 seconds.
How far did you go in 27
200
seconds?
meters, exactly.
Oh, it's 200 meters in 27 seconds?
Yes, and the coach watched me do it, and she was like watching my stats in real time, and she was very impressed. And she came up to me after. She's like, I saw you had 600 watts on the rower, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And I was like, I had 800 watts. You missed the 800 watts. And then she just took her pants off.
Really?
No. Everything was true except for the pants part.
They don't wear pants there.
That's why I like it so much.
Mhm.
No, I mean, that was really nice. I felt pretty good about that. But I've been very tired all day. I had to rest for my 27 seconds. But even more exciting than that was on Sunday, we went to Williamsburg to the new Ping Pod and met Adam Bobrow, the second most popular YouTube table tennis person, maybe? Well, the most popular single, he has like almost 800,000 subscribers.
The other guy's married.
The other guys are like Swedish or something, or Finnish, and there's like a group of guys, and that's what's the fuck? Pongfinity, I think. I don't like those guys because those. I mean, I appreciate it, but
They're like the snobs.
No.
You're more like what? You're the other side of the lake in Meatballs. You're not the snob.
Close.
Side of the lake.
That's not entirely accurate, but I would say to them, like they do more jokey things. They're like, oh, what if I hit the ping pong ball with a steak or a lobster and a cheese wheel? But and they're really good. They're really high level players, and they do have some like regular ping pong content too. But it's mostly like that type of stuff. Where Adam Bobrow will play against like famous players. He'll challenge.
So you're the snobs and they're the slobs.
Just me.
Did you
Only me.
Did you steal one of their girlfriends and now you have to
Definitely not.
ski race them?
I didn't steal anybody's girlfriend. Anyway, so they had this meetup and the whole family went and we got to meet Adam, who's like an amazing ambassador for table tennis. Like really nobody's doing more for table tennis in terms of like
name anybody that's doing more.
Exactly. I mean, if you look at like, I mean, Pongfinity maybe only, but there's, like I said, it's too jokey. It's not like serious. And, his videos get like, 8 million views, 20 million views, no pro matches.
Subscriber.
No pro matches get that. So even like the best players, the pro athletes, like, all right, you get like, you're not putting that up that kind of numbers really. So it was really nice to meet Adam and to sort of basically tell him that and to lose to him 11-4 in a 1-game match. But he's great. And
That's cool.
hope to get him out to the club here on Long Island.
So are you like buds now? Are you like buddy? Did you like exchange digits?
No, but he always, I've been in contact with him on Instagram for a while. So he knew like, I don't know, he knew me right away because I'm big, tall and bald and look like this. So yeah, so that was great. So that was like I don't know, what do you call that? I wasn't starstruck, but feel like he's got a big advantage against playing against people because not only is he better than everybody, but everybody's nervous about playing against him because if you fuck up, like he's recording it and he has 800,000 subscribers. If you do something stupid and it's funny to look at, that's going right up in the next video, and you don't really want that, if you're me anyway.
So he's like the Alex Moffat of table tennis, is what you're saying.
Who's Alex Moffat?
That was the guy I met on my vacation.
Oh, the SNL guy.
Yeah, it was this.
Well, no, but he wasn't going to do it. If you said something weird to him, like he's not going to that's not content for him.
No, it isn't.
Like if my pants fell off, during the point, that's like great. And he'd make some like, sound effects.
That would be the greatest thing ever.
He would add sound effects like, the clown whistle and zoom in. Yeah, but luckily I was cool. How about some show feedback? Anyway, Shipper, anything going on with you besides your hat?
And the Reds?
And the Reds being shit?
I did a 5K today.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
With my daughter. I mean, it went fine. I was with Emmeline, so.
So you just sort of walked it? Or
it was like half walk, half run. But
how long? That's like 3.5 miles? What is that?
3.1 miles.
3.1.
Was it a color run or just a regular run?
No, it was,
what does that mean?
Flying Pig Week, which is our marathon here in Cincinnati. So this was the 5K that accompanied that, the marathon.
Gotcha.
So
a color run, cheapie, is a 5K, but throughout the race, people like throw powdered color on you.
What? No, that's not a thing.
Yeah, it's a thing. And it's not unusual to do with children, which is why I asked if it was a color run.
And they do that for 5Ks? Like there'd be a 5K color run? Like
yeah, they do that. It's the same. They do those, and they do have like the mud run.
God, I don't want that at all.
All that stuff.
I mean, by the time, like, unless they throw that right in the beginning, if they throw it like in mile 2, or even at mile 1.
I think that's how it works. I think it like different mile markers or quarter mile.
Oh, it's different colors?
It's different colors at those different.
But I'm going to be so wet and it's just going to be like.
That's why it sticks.
That sounds bad. I don't like that. I have enough trouble just running. I don't need people throwing things at me. Unless it's like something that's going to get me to run faster.
Mm-hmm.
That would be good. How about some show feedback?
Sure. Nampak? Sure, whatever. I wish you could have seen the way my coworkers looked at me while I was listening to the end of the last podcast. I actually pulled one of my earbuds out to try to find the source of that loud bass that was drowning out the conversation. Then I realized it was only Batman billowing, "Here I am silently staring at things" theme song. I had tears in my eyes because I was laughing so hard. I did take a listen. That was some good editing, Cheapy. I wanted to make sure you got your credit.
Thank you. I got a bunch of messages like that, and I laughed too while I was doing it. That was the best part.
It was pretty.
It took a while to do because you have to make it so it doesn't blow out people's speakers. And I put an artisanal touch onto it. But The funny thing about it is when I was watching the movie. All right, Wombat, you can't just redo the joke now with your voice while I'm talking. It's not funny. That's the lazy man.
He's doing it.
He's just going to keep doing it.
Yeah. What? Tell me about when you rewatched the movie.
I didn't rewatch the movie. When I was watching the movie the first time, I literally thought I was sitting on, like sometimes you sit on the remote and the volume goes up, like it just starts getting loud. I thought that's what was happening, and I'm looking. I'm like, what? Who's sitting on the? And I'm like, oh, it's just this fucking movie. Anyway, that was fun. You know what else is not that much fun? Having NF. What is NF? Well, first of all, you should know that May is Make NF Visible Month, where we're raising money and awareness for the Children's Tumor Foundation. We did this last year. We raised over $1,000. Neurofibromatosis, or NF, is an under-recognized genetic disorder that can cause tumors to grow on nerves throughout the body. NF occurs in 1 in 3,000 people and affects millions of people worldwide. And NF can lead to blindness, abnormalities, cancer, deafness, disfigurement, learning disabilities, and disabling pain. I can see by the flashing lights behind me that people are already donating to our fundraiser raffle. And every $5 will get you one entry into that raffle where you can win a $100 e-gift card to wherever you like and maybe some other prizes. I know somebody already donated a PlayStation 5 Spider-Man code. That was Elite Willie from the Discord. And if you're listening on the, in the audio form, you can go to cag.vg/CTF, and that'll take you directly to the donation page. That's cag.vg/CTF, and you can enter our raffle/fundraiser. And you can, of course, go to ctf.org to learn more about CTF. What else we got?
Did anyone watch anything? Anything? Are we watching things?
And are we jerks?
Are you jerks watching? You're a jerk. What are you watching?
Well, we finished watching White Hot, the I still can't say it. Abercrombie. That's one of those words.
I saw somebody in the 5K today had an Abercrombie and Fitch shirt on.
It's still in business. I didn't know that. I mean, that's one of those words that like you read a lot, but you never say out loud unless you shop there, I guess.
There's a song.
There is a song. It's in the movie. They talk about it. And they said that was like
girls that wear Abercrombie.
Who was the band?
Chinese food makes me sick. Light funky ones. LFO.
Okay. Don't show off. Too late. It was pretty interesting, I would say. That was the height of their like success when that song came out. They were like, holy fuck. Like it's just what a hit song, big lyric. It was pretty interesting if you want to see like some really bad corporate culture. If you like documentaries that feature that, this is one of those, and you can enjoy that. Also, you can enjoy its relatively short running time. I also picked up the Flash Gordon 4K disc because I was at Best Buy.
Does it look good in 4K? I find sometimes with older things that they don't look better.
Right. Sometimes it doesn't. It really depends how they work it. And this is an Arrow Video release. And I always Google this shit before I buy it because just like you say, it could just be like a crisp looking version of shit, basically. But no, this like the colors is just like it's like colors everywhere. It just looks like you're on acid. It's obviously dated. The effects are all dated and everything. But
I don't know. When he sticks his hand in that tree, I still kind of.
That's still great, and the costumes look great. It looked great. The disc looked great, and the movie holds up pretty well. Ty says it was good, not as good as RoboCop. So there we are on Flash Gordon.
I'm trying to get my daughter to watch The Evil Dead 2 with me before we see Doctor Strange on Saturday, because they said that Evil Dead 2 is a good primer for Doctor Strange. Is what some critics are saying. Like,
why would they say
Sam Raimi directed
because it's Sam Raimi.
Yeah, it's a Sam Raimi thing. And she's
like you're supposed to notice like how he does close-ups or something. Like
exactly. Okay. And she's getting into horror movies. So now, and I'm like, oh, you should watch this movie. She's like, I'm not watching that. It's gonna be too scary. I'm like, how is it? And I'm whatever. So whatever.
She doesn't want to fucking study Doctor Strange, like the scene and mise. What is it?
Mise en scène.
Whatever. Miso soup.
The miso soup.
Yes.
Yes.
That I know.
Mhm.
So I watched those 2 movies, and we also we started watching Moon Knight again because
Okay,
we finished watching everything. I mean, not everything, but like all of our shows. We finished. I don't know if I mentioned when we finished watching Slow Horses. That was really good. I'd recommend that.
How far did you get into Moon Knight?
Episode 3. Finished episode 3 last night,
Okay.
which was it's pretty good. I mean, that episode was kind of boring, but the other.
The other two
I was
you
sort of
enjoyed?
snoozing. Like, why are they talking so much? And where are the white suits?
As someone who finished the series today, I can say that as much as I enjoyed it, because I'm a nerd for these things,
Uh-huh.
I did find it inconsistent, and that kind of bummed me out.
How many episodes is it?
6.
Oh, that's
It's
okay.
short. It's
That's
short.
okay.
It's short, and they're 45 minutes each. It's not even.
Oh.
They're not even a full hour.
Yeah.
So
Sparty in the chat says, so little Moon Knight in Moon Knight.
yes, there is not a lot of Moon Knight. Which honestly, the comic books are the same way. There's not that much Moon Knight in the Moon Knight comics either. So it's sort of, if you know what you're to expect going in, that's fine. I just think it, like you said, I think there were parts that were slow for slow sake, where they could have, like, I think episode 1 and 2 could have been one tight episode.
Yeah.
That's just me. So
All right. Well, hopefully, I don't know. Now you just turned me off, and I got 3 more episodes to go.
no, I think it gets, episode 4 is really good, and
Okay.
episodes 4 and 5 are really good.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's some crazy shit that's about to happen.
Oh, slow
And
down.
Minor spoiler alert: Jews.
There's Jews. Good.
There's Jews. So you gotta at least stay for the Jews.
Now I'm in.
Yeah.
It looked like they filmed it. A lot of them film takes place in Egypt, but I looked it up. They actually filmed it in Jordan because I was like, oh, this is cool. Like, you don't see too many things filmed in the Middle East, really. Close. They got close.
Yeah. It's close enough.
Right.
I'll get to that one maybe. I don't know.
Right.
It's not
High priority.
Yeah, it's not high on my priority list still.
He's good. Oscar Isaac is very good in it. Like he plays a guy with multiple personality disorder or something like that. I don't know if that's the right name for it, but one of those
dissociative identity,
something like that.
Yeah.
And
does he have the jokes? I know you like it when he makes jokes.
No, I mean, if the jokes are good, I like it. They give him something to do in this as an actor, it seems, and I'm sure he appreciates that. Anyway, what else we got here? Comics.
I watched all of Severance. Can I talk about Severance?
Oh yeah, Severance.
You watched all of it?
Nice.
I watched all of Severance, all 9 episodes.
I haven't. I've still only watched the first episode.
What?
Severance is awesome.
Yeah, I told you.
I know you told me. I watched it.
Good.
I thought you'd be proud that I watched.
I am
something.
proud. Thank you. Thank you.
That one, yeah, I'm ready for some more Severance after getting done with the 9 episodes.
Well, don't spoil it. My wife and I keep saying, "Oh, let's watch Severance," and then we just don't get around to it.
I gotta say, I was thinking about Severance the other day, and you really can't spoil it because
you could. There's some spoilers, particularly once you get into the last couple of episodes. There's definitely some twists there. There's twists.
There's twists, but yeah, I don't want to really say anything. I don't want to.
We don't need to say anything more than that.
It's
really good. It doesn't. You can actually think about it. Like your big complaint about things is, TP, if you start thinking about it, it falls apart.
Mm-hmm.
This does not fall apart easily.
Right.
Like you can think about it and go like, oh, I really see how everything, like they've thought this out and where this is progressing.
Right.
Also, it seems like it would, for some reason, it seems like it would be like a pretty good video game plot. Like if you were to like put this into a video game form, you could do it like a suspenseful, like story-based video game. It kind of has those moments like where they could have like a stealth type area or something, and decisions made and multiple scenarios type of playing out. So
Apple Arcade game,
maybe. Apple Plus stuff, they've got the quality on their stuff going.
Yeah,
they don't flood it with a whole bunch of crap.
Right.
But I'm high on Severance. That was good.
Okay, well now I'll try to roll into it a little harder. So
too late now.
It's not too late.
Might as well wait till the next season
That's just silly.
because then you'll forget by the time it comes out.
I won't.
Yeah, it's good. You should watch it.
I will.
What else?
I put this on here. It's not really much of a watch. It's more of a read, but I didn't want to forget. So I read. I'm not sure if you're familiar, but the new Thor movie comes out soon, like in the fall.
I saw there was a trailer for it.
There was a trailer for it, and the bad guy in it is a character called Gore the God Butcher. And I honestly, when I first saw that, like Christian Bale's going to be Gore the God Butcher. I'm like, I don't know who that is, and I think I'm a big nerd. I should know who that is, and I looked it up, and he's a character that appeared in 12 issues of a Thor miniseries called Thor God of Thunder, written by Jason Aaron.
Yeah, he works at the deli in Asgard. I'm familiar with this character.
Yeah. Yes. Gore the God Butcher. Yes.
Yeah.
He's the butcher for the gods.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I read it's on Marvel Unlimited. So if you have a subscription to Marvel Unlimited, you could read all 12 Thunder, that the whole Gore the God Butcher thing. It didn't take me very long to read, but it's really good. And they're clearly using those comics for this movie to the point where there's a frame in the trailer that's lifted directly from the comics. And if you've read the comics, you'll see it right away. And it's like, oh my God, they're doing this. And there's some crazy, crazy shit in this comic. And it leads into other things that I think would interest Shipwreck, but I don't want to spoil it. It's a really great series. The artwork is stunning. It's not your usual kind of comic book. It's very, like almost watercolory. It's really cool. And Thor is fighting the God Butcher, but he's fighting the God Butcher at 3 different times in his life. Once when he first meets him when he's young, once in what would be considered now, and then future Thor are all fighting Gore the God Butcher at different points. So it jumps between the 3 timelines, and eventually the timelines converge, and it's kind of cool.
And then Spider-Man shows up. I'm assuming that's what you're telling me.
No, it's
interested.
It's Spider-Man adjacent. How about
that? Talk about Spider-Man. Well, sometimes
there's some Spider-Man adjacency in there where if they actually do
Space Agent Venom,
it would tie Thor into Spider-Man stuff that isn't currently in the MCU if they do that in the movies. So, which is why I think you might find it interesting.
Whenever Spider-Man is not in the panel, they're talking about him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Wasn't that one of the things in no, that's from Itchy and Scratchy and Poochie. Yeah. I'm like, wait a minute. Is that a real studio note?
Or is that The Simpsons? Is that another stupid Simpsons reference? Yep, another stupid Simpsons reference.
Oh man, I'm
impressed that you got it. Good job.
Yeah, thank you. It took me a second though because I really thought it was.
You're 45 now. These things, there's a little delay.
Yeah, but anyway, I highly recommend it. I got a DM today asking you what comics people recommend. And then people ask me, why don't I give a recommendation every week? So here's my recommendation. Go read Thor, God of Thunder, issues 1 through 12. It's on Marvel Unlimited. So if you already have a subscription, you already have the comics.
Sweet. All right.
And there's also a free 3-month subscription on Game Pass.
Wow. They really want you to read the comics.
I'm just saying.
No, I said.
Yeah, they. Yes, they do.
KCSVT writes in and says, what do you think about the Japanese show Old Enough that is now on Netflix? For me, it's a mix of happiness and horror. Do you know that show? It's like
that's where they take 1-year-olds and make them go buy milk.
Yeah, but it's like
the Ghost Woods.
No, it's the problem with the show is it's like so you can see the fucking crew members like with the kid. So like obviously nothing's gonna happen to the kid. And
a 2-year-old isn't gonna die in Japan and they're gonna put it on Netflix.
Exactly. So I have no interest then. If there was at least the thought that something like that could happen, then I might watch. But it's like what? Like if the kid fucks up so bad that they're not gonna show it, or like one of the crew is gonna, push them in the right direction or whatever. I watched the few.
We sent this little girl to go get milk. We sent her down Molester Alley.
Crime Alley.
Mhm.
It's fine. It's those shows are like 10 minutes. It's not even a show. It's like a YouTube video on, basically.
Mhm.
It's fine for what it is. How about some new releases?
Sure.
How about Waifu Impact? Anybody playing Waifu Impact on PlayStation 4?
Only you every day.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Oh, it's on Xbox also.
Okay. Are you
I know.
impacting your waifu?
Oh, I get it. Not every day. Come on. That's not sustainable.
Well, I was giving you credit.
That's nobody wants. Do you know there was like some study where they asked a group of couples to have sex every day for 2 months?
Sure.
2 or 3 months.
It doesn't matter.
And sex could be, it didn't have to be like penis and vagina. It could be even like third base, I think, maybe. And
Sure.
basically, like, they were all sick of it by like quickly. It came very quickly. How they didn't.
It got third base got the gas base.
It just like they were like sick of each other. Everybody was sick of each other pretty quickly. Anyway, how about some new releases?
Sure, we got Bug Snacks is out on the Xbox One. That's been out on other consoles for a while now.
And the PC.
Yeah. I tried it out on. I mean, I played a lot of it on PS5, and then
Is it
tried it out on
different?
Xbox One. I mean, they've got some patches into it at this point, right? Like, it's the same. It's the same game. I don't know. My kids like playing it. We've never got to the end, which apparently is not kid friendly. I don't know, or at least weird. It's probably fun enough for my kids.
Should I play it? Would I like this game?
Do you like hunting Pokemon type things?
Sometimes.
I
And
played
reading
this.
story elements.
You're not going to want to play this.
No, okay.
Yeah,
Never mind then.
This isn't for you.
What about Rogue Legacy 2?
I didn't play it, but I saw that it was out, and I bet that's fantastic.
Is it good? Because I like the first one.
I mean, I assume it's the first one, but the stuff added.
That's what I'm like. Is it just more of the first one? Because
It
I don't
looked like
know.
it. I watched the trailer, and it looked like they had just. It looks very similar to the first one,
Yeah,
which is good because it's good art style, and it looks like they probably just added some new spells and moves and levels. So I'm sure it's good. I will play that.
What about House of the Dead remake?
There's no light guns.
I know.
They remade it without light guns.
What's the point?
Right.
I'm glad that it exists. I'm not really looking to play that game without light guns.
So I know there's like this is where I get to sound dumb and you guys get to laugh at me. So there's like a reason why you can't have light guns on these flat screen TVs,
Yep.
like you could with the tube TVs.
Yep.
Is there any kind of workaround for that?
Mm-hmm.
Like, can the technology exist
where
you could have light guns on current TVs?
It can, but it requires like Wii sensor bar type stuff, right? So it's got to do it
Another
that way.
peripheral.
Yeah, it's another.
It wouldn't be as accurate as say the tube would be. Right?
No.
And there's
but
not.
It gets expensive. Like there's better solution. Like they're gonna artisanal the crap out of this, right? To where you're gonna there's already artisanal light guns out there that you can use with LCD screens and everything.
I was gonna say, is it the light gun itself? Is it that technology that just needs to be updated, or is that type of technology just doesn't exist?
There's something called Sinden Light Gun, which is the world's first LCD compatible light gun. This is from No Bread in the chat. It looks just like the Time Crisis gun, and it's on Indiegogo. It's target date in June.
It's at that level, right? Like it's
wow.
It's artisanal, like $300.
No. You want to guess how much money they raised on Indiegogo?
$3 million.
3.7. 15,000 people.
You kind of tipped your hand when you said
I know.
3.
Sorry. Yep, they solved it. And
cool.
it costs $328 if you want to buy
so
it.
I solved that as well.
Oh no, sorry. That's two of those. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but you're gonna want 2 of them. What are you gonna do with one of them? Play light gun games by yourself?
Oh, and if you want the one with the recoil, it's $170.
You gotta have that.
Right. Okay. So if
You
2
can
with
play without
recoil is.
recoil.
Yeah. What's the point even?
Yeah.
All right. So we're educated now on that. That's good.
Yeah.
So I think that's most of it of the new releases. But I did introduce the new game of Switch game or 90s Christian rock band.
Oh, is that in there? Okay, wait.
So there are 3 entries in the Switch list that are 90s Christian rock bands and not Switch games.
Oh wow. Okay. Feral Flowers.
That's a Switch game.
Oh, jeez.
There's a ping pong game on Switch called Ping Pong Arcade, and I looked it up.
That is not a Christian rock band.
No, it
could
looks
be.
like it's a bad game though, from what I saw.
What about Unsold?
Not Unsold. Nope.
Oh, you did a Switch game or not?
Game.
I'm sorry, I missed that.
Oh, yeah, no. There's three 90s Christian rock bands.
Okay. Oh my god, I just
games.
spaced on that. Okay.
3 of the Switch games on the list are actually Christian rock bands, and I've gotten them all.
Magnified Plaid.
That's one.
Okay.
Whisper Trip.
No, that is a Switch game.
Damn, I'm bad at this.
Unsold.
That is still a Switch game.
I said that one already.
Sorry. I'm not going to say Whisper Trip.
Magnified Plaid. I feel like that was an easy one. That's MXPX. Everybody knows MXPX, right?
What? Who? No, I don't know what that is.
No.
I don't know. Probably not. I don't know.
Cardful Planning.
Westwater.
Switch game.
Westwater. Westwater.
Nope, that's a Switch game.
Channel Surfers.
There's one. Yes.
All right.
Rock band from the 90s.
Not Ravenous Devils.
Not Ravenous Devils.
No, that would
but
be
I know
other.
of. That could be one, but that's a Switch game as well if it is.
Feral Flowers.
You already guessed that, and it's still a Switch game.
Oh, I did? I'm bad at this.
Slap the Rocks. That's what I'm going to be doing later.
Switch game.
Parkasaurus.
Switch game.
Light Fairy Tale Episode 1.
New Terra.
Switch game. Both of those Switch games.
Both of those are Switch games?
Yep.
Dandy and Randy.
That's definitely a Switch game.
As Far as the Eye.
Nope. Switch game.
Fuck. This is hard as shit.
I know, right? It's not Westwater. Did we say that?
No,
one
he said
already?
that. It's not cardful planning, right?
It's not cardful
What is
planning.
that? Those are 2 words that have nothing to do with each other. That's not even a word, cardful.
Turntack?
No. Turntack is a Switch game.
Oh, Raven's Hike?
Oh, wait, there's
Switch game.
hold on. Oh man. Transiruby? Transiruby? They wouldn't have
Switch
trans
game.
in it. You definitely wouldn't have trans in it.
Oh my goodness.
Christian rock bands wouldn't have known what trans was in the 90s.
Well, they're ahead of the time. We said New Terra, right? It wasn't that.
Not Nuterra.
It's not wifos over husbandos. Nonogram minimal. No?
No.
What the fuck? Just tell us at this point. It's ridiculous.
The one you're missing that was on here was
Caddy and Meow Meow Land?
Slick Shoes.
Slick Shoes.
90s rock band.
What the fuck?
Slick Shoes. I didn't even see that. Look at that.
You know
What's
what?
that
You hit
reference?
that right next to Slap
What's
the
that
Rocks.
reference?
Slick Shoes.
Yep.
Is that like a Jesus thing?
It's a reference from the Goonies.
Yes.
Oh.
I remember that racist character. Is that it for new? Oh, no, wait. That's not it for new releases because one of the new releases is also part of Whip Smart's Spank Banky. And that's not a Christian rock band. It's Marble Maid. It's Marble Madness plus Monkey Ball. And you're a maid in a ball chasing down dust bunnies. And you unlock nude pictures or lewd pictures. And that's it. And he said, what's that?
I'm familiar with this game. I watched some videos of this one because the gameplay itself looked exactly what you're talking about.
Right.
It looks like Super Monkey Ball.
Right.
She looks like a little cartoon character like during the gameplay. And then like during the cutscenes, you get the postcards of like
her fucking
sexiness.
She's fucking everything.
Yeah.
She's fucking dust. He says good controls. She's probably not fucking, by the way. That was a joke. Good controls and hits the nostalgia button. And that was a review code, by the way.
Nice.
Just so you know.
What was that called?
It was called Marble Maid.
I was about to say Super Monkey Maid, but that would be
Super
wrong.
duper Monkey Maid. Okay, is that it for the new releases? Now that
Yes.
fantastic.
It's time to hear from our friends.
Yes.
We're going to hear from our friends at Mack Weldon first. It's no secret that we all want to look our best this spring, right? Mack Weldon is the expert when it comes to stylish essentials, perfect for the new season. Whether you want to upgrade your sweats collection or need gear that stands up to the changing weather, Mack Weldon has exactly what you're looking for. And if that's not convenient enough, let me tell you about Mack Weldon's daily wear system. All the clothes work together for real. So whether you're headed to work, going for a run, or just hanging on the couch, getting dressed takes no effort at all. I am currently wearing Mack Weldon Ace sweat shorts. I am wearing Mack Weldon underwear. I am also wearing Mack Weldon socks right now. They are so comfortable. I live in Mack Weldon pretty much every day. I highly recommend it. You know what they're great for? Camping. I know because I just did that over the weekend. You can't go wrong with Mack Weldon. To be honest, I live in mine. I love how insanely soft they are. Plus, they're nice enough to wear to the store or cruise the neighborhood in. Now, this new collection checks all my boxes, and I bet you'll agree. Mack Weldon's Atlas Jogger, half zip, and full zip jackets are built for success, rain or shine, with a comfortable, water resistant, eco responsible fabric. So I feel as good in them as I do about wearing them. For anyone who's looking to step up their daily routine, don't miss these. Check out Mack Weldon for yourself and save 20% on your first order. Visit mackweldon.com/CAG and enter promo code CAG. Again, that's mackweldon.com/CAG and enter promo code CAG for 20% off your first order. Find your perfect look for this spring. All right, now we're going to hear from our good friends at Green Chef. Green Chef is a CCOF certified meal kit company. Green Chef makes eating well easy with plans to fit every lifestyle, whether you're keto, paleo, vegan, vegetarian, gluten-free, or just looking to eat more balanced meals. Green Chef offers a range of recipes to suit your preference. It's premium and organic with fresh produce, premium proteins, and organic ingredients you can trust. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well. Green Chef's pre-made and pre-measured sauces, dressings, and spices get you more chef-curated flavor in less time. Green Chef is the most sustainable meal kit and offsets 100% of its carbon footprint. Green Chef offers 24 always changing recipes to choose from every week, so you never get bored. Green Chef is the #1 meal kit for eating well with dinners that work for you, not the other way around. Also, Green Chef is now owned by HelloFresh, and with a wider array of meal plans to choose from, there's something for everyone. I switched between the brands, and now you can too with a discount from the CAGcast. Like I just said, I use Green Chef. The food is delicious. Great chicken. I like their chicken dishes and the shrimp dishes. I love it. It's great. And as I already mentioned, what I really like about them is that they have the prepackaged sauces, and they do. I like to get the stuff with the roasted red peppers, and those come pre-diced up, and they're always great. I love the in the vinegary kind of red peppers. It's good. I'm a fan of those. Anyway, go to greenchef.com/CAGcast130 and use code CAGcast130 to get $130 off plus free shipping. Again, go to greenchef.com/CAGcast130 and use code CAGcast130 to get $130 off plus free shipping. Green Chef, the #1 meal kit for eating well.
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry, I was playing with things.
I see that.
Let's talk about what? Wombat's fortnightly news.
I know we got a lot going on in Fortnite.
Do it.
Excuse me. The season is less than a month to go. They started some Star Wars stuff. There's now a Star Destroyer in the air, and people are like, "Is that just for the week, for Star Wars week, or is that hanging around? Is something going to happen? Is Darth Vader coming? There are rumors that Darth Vader's coming.
Darth Vader's not here yet?
No, not yet. No Darth Vader in Fortnite yet. Kylo Ren is, but who wants Kylo Ren? And they released the Omega Knight today, so that was kind of exciting. I bought that. I actually bought a new skin today, and it's been a while since I bought a skin. So Omega Knight was the one for me. It's cool. And you get 28 season pass levels when you buy that one. So it's totally worth it.
Deals.
And yeah. I'm telling you, they do it right over there in Fortnite lands.
Couldn't have given you 29.
Huh? Yeah.
Couldn't have given you 29.
They could have given me 28. It's 7 a week.
Dude, Apex Legends wants $25 for a skin. You get a skin, a character skin, a weapon skin, and like one pack, some bullshit pack to open. $25.
That's crazy. Do you know how much the Omega Knight was? You get the skin.
$10.
It has 2 different colors. Yeah.
$10.
$10. Skin has 2 different colors, a back bling, a pickaxe, and 28 levels for the season pass to get other things.
Yep.
Faster. $10.
That seems to be. I feel like their pricing is just much better. Like I've never bought an Apex Legends skin because I'm not. I just 20. That's ridiculous. Like that's just like that's not even close to the right price. And I just don't want it that badly. Like I saw one the other day that I want to get, like Loba with her nice, bulbous rear end. It was a great skin. $25. Forget it.
How much is the season pass for Apex?
It's $10, but you always get the coin. You don't. I think I paid for it once, and I don't even. I never even finish it. I don't even finish the pass.
Well, that's different. I'm gonna hit level 200 and get all the stuffs.
Well, I don't play, several hours a day.
I don't play several hours a day.
2 hours
maybe
a day.
I do, but that's yeah, I do.
You're up to hours. I just checked your stats the other day. Is this because the season's almost over, right?
Yeah.
How many hours do you think you're at?
I could check.
I know I can tell you. You don't need to check. You can just tell me what you think,
I don't know,
I'll
probably
tell you.
like 60 hours. Higher. 80 hours.
Less. It was like 72, I think.
Okay.
3 days.
All right. Could be worse.
Well, it's not a question of worse or bad or good. It's just that it is what it is.
I mean,
if you like the number.
Unfortunately, I don't play that many other games. Yeah, 71 hours and 44 minutes. I just looked it up.
You didn't trust me?
That's
my homepage. When I launch my web browser, that's the first thing that comes up is your.
I know. My win rate is 7.9%, which kind of sucks.
I don't know what's with. Yeah. Anyway, as long as you have fun.
What's good?
I do have fun.
What's a good win rate?
I don't know. I feel like higher than 10%.
If you don't know, how do you know? Why don't you know?
Yeah, you should know.
Here. Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think? If I said I win Fortnite 8% of the time, does that sound?
No.
That sounds okay.
That sounds. Yeah, I guess it's not. 34 wins on the season in 430 matches.
That seems like a lot. That's a victory royale, right?
Yes, that is a victory royale.
That seems like a lot of those.
I have 34 victory royales.
Well,
I have 0.
Well, you've played, 72 less hours in the last month and change. That's why.
Yes.
You gotta get some numbers. You need some numbers, Ship. You have 0.
And there are
numbers.
also sometimes you play around just to get like the challenge done. Like, collect the 3 berries or whatever it is you need to do. And then you kind of die instantly. So that's going to bring down your percentages and things like that. So
I wouldn't worry about it.
Do you think that's why the ones that you're winning is other people doing that?
I actually am a staunch believer in the etiquette of if you see someone doing a challenge, just let them do their challenge and move on to the next person. Like I won't kill someone if they're clearly in the midst of like a challenge that I've already done.
It's a very different game than Apex Legends.
I just find to me that's just I don't know, etiquette, battle royale etiquette.
Fortnite is really metaverse and with a battle royale.
Maybe I don't know.
Don't
I mean, there are
think?
people that don't do because there's like the challenge. One of the things this week was land at a stormtrooper checkpoint and talk to a stormtrooper. Right. And so there was always some asshole sitting on the hill waiting for people to land at the stormtroopers and pick them off because the challenge just came out and everyone's going to try to get it done right away.
Smart.
Yeah. So there was always some, but me, I waited it out a little bit to kind of dissipate, landed. And someone else landed with me. I spoke to the stormtrooper and just ran away. I wasn't going to find a weapon and try to kill the guy immediately because it just, I don't know. It just seems like bad form. Is that the word? Is that
what if you were the guy that went and killed the guy who was camping out, killing the people?
That I would have no problem doing. Killing the camper.
That could be your role.
Yeah. The camp killer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'd be all for it.
What else? I'm not going to play, even if it has Star Wars. Star Wars is
That's
not what's
okay.
going to get me.
That's fine. I'm not saying
I
that.
know.
I think the only thing that would get you to play is we had fun when we played together. That's all I got. I don't think there's anything else. But anyway, speaking of buying and selling things, Square Enix sold Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, and more, including Tomb Raider, to the Embracer Group.
Yes.
So Square still exists.
Very much so, yes.
They weren't sold. They sold off parts.
They sold off the Western stuff.
Gotcha.
Get rid of the Western stuff. We don't know what we're doing with that, and it's not improving our numbers.
We're going to fuck with the blockchain. We want to focus on the blockchain.
Right.
Tomb Raider on the blockchain? That doesn't make any sense. Out of here.
Yeah, they I don't know. I can't be that mad at them because they kind of picked up the torch of those and kept them going, right? Like for a while on these the Tomb Raider and all the other ones.
Yes, they did. But they didn't do it for charity. They did it because
they didn't, but nobody else was maybe investing that money at that time in those games. So I don't know. It sold for cheap. 300 million?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
right.
Didn't they spend more than that to make the Avengers game?
Probably, but I mean, it's an interesting purchase because with the 300 million, you're really buying all the studios, which you're paying a lot of people there to keep those studios going, right? Like,
right.
So that's why it's so cheap, is because they know that in order to make it profitable, you have to keep those studios going because that's what you're buying along with the IPs. You can't just buy the IPs,
right?
Not the studios,
right?
And pay all these developers,
unless you're going to make speaker hats.
Correct.
Laura Croft speaker hat. I mean, that could be good.
Yeah, I think it's a good move by both companies because Embracer seems to want to invest money and make games, whereas Square's looking to maximize profits in other ways. They couldn't figure this out. They couldn't figure out the Western market other than selling us Kingdom Hearts. And
who has Hitman now?
Hitman's a totally different. That got spun off a while back. That's not in this set. That's
different altogether.
No, that's altogether different. I can't remember the name of that.
Oh, it's IO, right? IO Interactive or something?
It is. I don't remember if they're owned by somebody else as well. But yeah, this is.
So does that mean we're not getting any new characters in the Avengers game?
We're gonna get a third Hawkeye. That was part of the deal.
Oh man, that money could have done something good for the world.
Oh wait, aren't they adding female Thor? Didn't they say they were actually going to do that? Like add the female
Natalie Portman?
Yeah.
I don't think that's
or am I making that up?
That was a dream you had last night.
It's very possible.
I think it would be Natalie Portman in this version.
You don't have the cash for Natalie?
Well, none of them. Yeah, none of them are the MCU versions of these characters. Remember,
right?
So I don't know. It seems like a positive all around. It seems like they got a good deal, but there's also a lot of investment within that deal.
Microsoft was like, nah, or what?
Probably they already tried Tomb Raider once.
They're in the middle of them. They're in the middle of the Activision one still as well, right? Like you can't, if you want your prize to be Activision. You can't.
Yeah, this is small potatoes.
Hey, we're not a monopoly, but at the same point, we're buying.
Give me that.
We're buying. Yeah, give me that as well.
Yeah, they have to wait for this to go through if it ever goes through.
I'm joking.
Yeah,
give me that.
Because the state of New York does not want it to happen. They're suing Bobby Kotick, the state of New York, or some.
It's
nonsense.
the retirement funds for New York State employee. I don't know which employees, teachers or some New York State employee retirement funds, or they're suing on behalf of them because they're saying that they're suing basically because they say Kotick is like just fucking the company up, fuck the company up, and then tried to fire sale it because he fucked the company up and like there was nothing else that could really happen at that point. I think that's the quick and dirty explanation from my skim.
Yes,
so Bobby's.
I think the Microsoft deal will go through.
These things never get stopped. Right?
I mean, you look at the grand scheme of things, and like even a group like Embracer, like Embracer has a ton of studios now, right? Like just a ton of studios, ton of games in development. It's like you look at that and it's like there's so many companies in this space that you can't say that this is a monopoly, right?
They did that with Harry's. Remember Harry's razors?
There's not as many razors in this space.
When they were bought by Gillette. I was gonna say there's like a billion razors.
But there's not that many razor companies. Name all the razor companies.
Bic, Schick, Gillette, Harry's, the Dollar Shave Club.
They got bought by somebody, didn't they?
I don't know. I just named 5. That's all I know. And you know what? 2 is not 5. There's still 3 left after Gillette tried to buy Harry's, but the government wouldn't allow that sale to go through. So it does happen.
It does. I don't think it's going to happen in this scenario. It just doesn't make. I don't know. You look at the landscape of video games, and
there's a lot.
Activision only makes like 3 games.
The Relco.
Yeah, that's electric razors.
So
yeah,
it's still
you got
razor.
to a different. No, now you're like you've thrown in like board games in the mix as well.
Well, you know, if I was the lawyer for Harry's, I would have been.
Should have.
That's where they went wrong.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it so much, I bought the company.
I also feel like Microsoft has better lawyers.
Mm-hmm.
Could be.
It's possible.
And money.
Possible.
And money.
I don't know. Gillette's got pretty deep pockets, I think.
Yeah. What else we got here?
Let's see. We talked about Square Enix. It's on there twice. Apparently, it sucks to work at Nintendo. Apparently. That freelancers are very unhappy, or contract workers, I'm sorry. And there's a lot of talk of how they're poorly treated and they're threatened with getting their contracts canceled.
In America?
If they complain. Yeah.
I saw Reggie was on a book tour now, and people were asking him about this, and he was like, I don't know about that. Not when I was there.
Yeah. Maybe not. It's very
I doubt
possible.
he seems like he's pretty far removed from that. Like, I don't think he's like in the thick of it. He's up in his ivory tower with his fancy chair. Oh, no, that was after he retired.
Apparently, contractors weren't allowed to go to the bathroom.
Well, they shouldn't be. They do that on their own time.
Exactly.
They get their bucket at the beginning of the day, and you fill the bucket up, and then it's a new day the next day, and a new bucket. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, yeah, people always would have this bullshit view of Nintendo, like they weren't every other company just trying to make money, like that they really cared about fucking whatever Microsoft didn't care about. Nintendo, they cared about it, but it's another company trying to make money. Everyone's an asshole. Anything else? What have you been playing?
Fortnite.
Well, I've still been playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. That's really good.
How's that going?
It's going.
Did you kill a dragon yet?
Don't you kill one early in the game?
Pretty early in the game, I think you kill one.
That's good.
Like in the beginning.
Yeah. So
did you climb the beanstalk?
No, we are doing a lot of side quests at the moment. So
it's a family affair.
Yeah. Well, me and Mrs. Shipwreck.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Not the other parts of the family.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's really good still. There's a lot of content. I still appreciate that it doesn't feel like I have to buy stuff to get new stuff. So yeah, it's good. I like it. Looking forward. I saw that there was a trailer for the Borderlands movie maybe as well.
Really?
Is that true?
I didn't see anything about that. No.
Something came out. I saw the Weird Al Yankovic movie trailer. I did see that as well.
I did also.
I am excited for that one.
I have only one question.
Free, so why wouldn't you be?
Mm-hmm.
I have one question. Did you notice when Daniel Radcliffe is topless on a stage, like drinking something? Like he looks like he could run through a brick wall, basically. I don't remember Weird Al looking like that ever.
Well, I think that's part of the joke.
Oh, is it? Is that like it's a weird type of movie where
it's a satire.
It's called Weird. Oh, is it?
It's a satire.
Oh, interesting.
of the Weird Al story. Yeah, I don't think he really slept with Madonna either.
Oh, is that happening in the trailer?
Yeah, it
Oh,
happens.
okay. I just sort of like half watched it and I said, wait a minute, what the fuck? Like, got it.
It would
Okay.
be awesome if he did, but I don't think he really slept with Madonna.
Right. That's
Yeah.
funny. Okay,
Mhm.
cool.
Yes. And Daniel Radcliffe is ripped, trying to get that Wolverine part.
Was he?
It's been a rumor for like 5 years, so who knows?
Right. Nice. All right.
I'm not against it though.
Right. Let's move on to the CAG bag. Got quite a few questions here.
Oh.
Rafi writes in and asks, can we get a Wombat Elden Ring update? Will he try to finish it?
I did my fill, and the game got as I got more into, longer into the game, the more aimless it felt for me. I know there are people that's what they like about it. It's not for me. I need a little more direction, and it's just wasn't doing it for me.
You served your time.
I did.
And now you put it back in the library.
Exactly. I'll play more Ghost of Tsushima, which I played on Sunday.
Nice. How far are you in that?
I who knows, maybe like 5% or something like that.
Have you seen his bare ass yet?
I've seen his bare ass
Okay.
at least 3 times.
Good.
And
that's how I can tell. That's how I can tell how far you are in the game. How many times have you seen his bare ass?
About 3 times.
So not very far at all.
Yeah. And I like it a lot. It's just that I had this cold and I really didn't want to play any games when I came home from camping. So, and I went camping. I wasn't home for a good chunk of the weekend.
Can't play PS5 camping. You can camp inside it, but you can't play games.
No, exactly.
Jason writes in, and actually Wombat, you can answer this too. He says, how do you like the At Games Legends Gamer mini console with Coin Ops X? Does your father play it? Yeah, I bought that for my dad. He doesn't really play it. It's pretty cool. The problem is like I feel like it's a little underpowered to run the interface. Like the Coin Ops X interface is cool. Like you have to do like a little bit of modding to get all the fucking games on there and have this cool interface. But it's a little slow. Everything about it is a little slow. It's a little slow to turn on and load up and to scroll through the games. And it's not quite just like turn it on and ready to go. It takes a little bit. You got to do a lot of watching of YouTube videos and reading to get this thing working the way you want.
I didn't have the patience.
I know. I told you that before you bought it. I told you.
But I have one, and it's got the games on it that came with it.
Shitty ass games that you'll never play.
So those are there.
It's not that it's hard. It's just that you just have to put aside a block of time.
I mean, I didn't spend that much money on it. I can't complain too much. But.
My guess is they're going to have I would think they're coming out with a more powerful version of this because it's a little weak for what it is, I think.
It plays the game's fine.
Yeah. It's just strictly the interface could be zippier and it just compared to other modern devices that we have.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's super cheap.
Yes.
Too. Like it's got I agree with what you're saying. Like, especially if you don't turn it on regularly, you're gonna have to like, oh, I need to do updates or log into this thing or something's not synced right. But like once you get it up and going, it's good.
It's not a great gift for senior citizens. Let's put it that way.
I need someone to come to my house and set it up for me.
Exactly. That's what my dad
I'm a senior citizen.
You are now.
I know. I'm not arguing you.
Nick writes in, says, you coming back to Halo for season 2? It has pseudo battle royale mode. I'm going to pseudo come back. He says,
I heard the season 2 is bad.
Yeah, that's what I heard too on Twitter. The game is still starved for content and so many features game modes from past Halo games are still missing. How did this go so wrong?
I don't know. It seems like it's crazy, right? Like how did this go so wrong? We're not talking like a small game.
There's a lot of money that they, I'm sure, could have invested into it. And certainly like a lot of recent successes that they could have taken ideas from or, reiterated or iterated or anything.
Between Destiny, Fortnite, Apex, and Call of Duty Warzone.
There's a lot.
They just grab the best bits from those 4 games, slap Master Chief in the middle of it, and be like, "All right, go to town." And they somehow messed
it. It seems like they could have even just given you all the features of the old Halo games as well, though, and that would have been a good starting point,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
give us all those things and then expand. But now it seems like those aren't even in place, and it's kind of crazy with the year, like that they pushed this game originally, right?
Right.
Like
Mhm.
that wasn't part. Yeah, that
they weren't even close.
Imagine,
they weren't
yeah,
even close to coming out.
no.
Obviously, it's
You remember that first trailer with the how bad it looked?
oh right. People were like, well, they said. I mean, I read something today on Twitter. It said that I guess they redid the engine in the middle of the development. Like, I guess maybe for the trailer, it was on the Halo 5 engine. I don't know. But I think really, like, if you're going to put out a game like this and you don't have Battle Royale right away, you just yawn like super loud. Like
I
while I was
did.
talking.
Mm-hmm. So tell me again about Halo Battle Royale, how it needs it.
Never mind.
It was
Kokomon writes this as 1 week later, has Wombat played anything else on his PS5? No.
Have I? Wait, I want to say maybe I did, but I can't remember. I may have downloaded things. I don't know. There's only like 4 gigs of memory on that whole thing anyway. So
right. Gregory writes in, he says, will you guys be reading the new Reggie Fils-Aimé book, Disrupting the Game, which we
isn't it
alluded to
Fils-Aimé?
I have no fucking clue, but I would probably read the book. I do like reading books about the industry. I did see like some people commenting on Twitter that it seemed to be a little self-serving, but who knows? Maybe.
Then you write your own book. You don't like how he writes his book.
Right. He's not going to make himself look like an asshole in his own book.
Man, that was, oh boy, was I a big douchebag that day.
That would be stupid.
That would be stupid.
That'd be very stupid.
Do you ever read
it went very well when he was there, and I don't know if it was all him or if it just happened to be while he was there. But things
when he was there, things were better.
Very well.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep.
All right. That's it.
I think so.
Let's remind people that May is Make NF Visible Month, and you can donate to Children's Tumor Foundation directly by going to cag.vg/CTF, and then you can also enter our raffle from there as well.
Is that it?
That's it.
All right. Bread's done.